everybody, welcome to Rob's Outdoor Adventures. This week's video, we're finishing up whistle training with Dee, and we're moving on to hand casting. Hand casting is directing your dog with hand signals, left, right, and back, to fallen birds that the dog cannot see. It's the beginning of blind and control of your dog. Dee's never done this before, so this is a first experience. You're going to see that she's confused. We're indoors. The bumpers are placed pretty close to her on her left and right side. They're about 10 feet away. Back is about 8 feet. And the confusion that she's having is that all three bumpers are within sight, and she wants to get all three of them and doesn't know which one to get first. You'll see Dave directing her to do that. Then we get home, and that's our homework for the week. We're working on it, and you're going to see that I'm in a little different spot. I'm outside, and I'm directing her straight back from my side to bumpers that she can't see. There's a traffic cone, and the bumpers are placed by the traffic cone, and I send her from beside me without throwing a bumper to a pile of bumpers at the traffic cone. What this is instilling in her is that when I tell her to go somewhere, that there's a reward at wherever I send her. So that's going to, in her brain, solidify that when I tell her to go somewhere, something will be there. Believe it or not, and you'll see it in the film, the back to the bumpers, to the pile, is actually went very well. It went very well for the rest of the week. I don't bore you with everyday training. I just giving you the emphasis of it. In the film that I'm showing you, she did 10 straight in a row, and which I was very surprised because she's never done anything. This is not it. And then as we move on, Thursday, March 22nd, I'm leaving for my trip to North Dakota for the snow goose hunt. I'm really going to try to videotape the whole week out there with my buddies snow goose hunting. I've never done it before, so the video to you guys is probably going to be delayed because I'm not going to edit while I'm out there. I'll just download all the film that I take, and when I get home I'll edit. My Stoeger shotgun came in on Thursday, and I picked it up and I did a video of me unboxing the Stoeger, so I might post that when I get out to North Dakota, just so that I have a video for next week. In the comments down below, I'm going to put On Point Kennel again. Dave informed me that he's got one of his German short-haired pointers is ready to give birth, and if anybody's interested, contact him and see if he can get on the list for a new hunting puppy. And right now I think that's about it. I'll see you all next week after my hunt. Thank you. Okay, we're at On Point Kennel with Dave Trahan, and right now he's warming Dee up. He's blowing the whistle, getting her to realize that we're in training. Every time he blows the whistle, she's got to sit, but it's to get her attention to know that we're in training. He's just working so that he knows that I did the work, and that she understands that when he blows the whistle, she needs to sit. And you'll see that there's no pressure on the leash. She's just heeling beside him. He let the leash go. She sits on the whistle. She's very excited. And now he's going to do it away from the healing board, and he's going to do it. And you'll see there's no stimulus here. It's just voice and whistle control. And as she does this one, you're going to see him step forward to know that she's got to stop. She continued, but she stopped in front of him. He's going to do a couple more, but you'll see that she has grasped to sit on the whistle. She's paying attention to him. He heels her, has her stay, and he goes the other way. It's very hard to do this indoors. That's only about 20 feet. So she starts and sits right away. And then you see the no stimulus, sits. A little jump there, but she still sat. You can see she's excited. And he calls her into heel. And what you see here is Dee's extremely excited, and he said that she's a good girl. She is a very, very, very pleasing dog. And when you say good girl, she thinks that she did what she's supposed to do, and she wants to be petted and set free. That's a blessing and a curse sometimes, because it makes training easy that she wants to please, but sometimes that over pleasing, she gets out of control. And she's only a baby. She's only 14 months old, so that will leave. But and he does it back to her, calls her, she sits, she has it, no stimulus, happy. He tells her, good girl. You can see that she's less excited, but still excited. And he's going to call her back. You got to remember, Dee is only 14 months old. She's extremely, extremely obedient. Now he has her, we're going to do hand casting here. He has her on the healing board. There's a bumper to her left and her right, and he's going to direct her to pick it up. She has no idea. She's never done this before. He's telling her over, and she doesn't know what he's talking about. She knows the bumper's there, but she doesn't know that command to go get it. She went and got it, which is really good. Now she went to try to get the one to the right. He called her off it because she knew it was there. You can see she still knows it's there and wants to get it. He tossed that over there. She's facing to hers to the left, and he sends her the opposite way. And when he's sending her, he's throwing his hand up and pointing to it. So she's looking at him and going to the bumper that he wants. He puts her on there, has her sit, does it again, and she's staring at the bumper that he threw. And he is now, if you watch, she's staring at that bumper, and he casts her the other way. This drill's called the baseball drill because at some point in this video you're going to see her throw one behind her, and it looks like first, second, third base. We're doing this inside, so the bumpers are only 10 feet to her right and left, which is extremely difficult because she knows they're both there, and she can see them. So he tossed that to her left and center to her right, had her sit on the whistle with a retrieve coming back. I'm sorry, she didn't even pick it up. She didn't pick it up. He had her sit, and he's going to direct her back to pick that up. She has no idea what he's talking about, but she went and got it. She's never done this before. She's very excited. He told her, good girl. He has her sit, throws the bumper over to her right, and she's looking at the bumper to her left. Now what he's doing, he's getting her attention, and he sends her over to the left. Now it doesn't look like it's difficult, but he threw the bumper to her right and had her go to the left. What that's doing is it's instilling in her mind that where he points, there's going to be a reward at the end. So he throws it over to her left. She stares at it. She knows it's there. He's getting a third bumper, and we're going to lose our mind here. He threw that over her head. That would be where second base is. She's now turned facing it, and she is lost. She jumps on her own. She wasn't sent. He calls her back without a retrieve, which is very good. Now she's lost. She's going to run to every bumper and try to pick him up. He gets her back on the pitcher's mound in baseball. And you can see she's looking around. She knows that all three bumpers are there. He's sending her back. She does not know what back means. His little move forward pushes her to it. She brings the bumper back. He puts her on the board again. tosses that behind her, and she's like, I know that's there and I want it. And you can see that she's just directly looking at it. He's trying to get her attention, She has no idea. She's lost. She's being defiant, laying down, because she wants that bumper, and she's very confused right now. Very confused. He's quiet. You see her ears perked up. He's quietly blowing the whistle. Now, we saw that all her attention was directed to back. Now we're outside at my house. I'm showing her that the bumper is a pile of bumpers are there. That's 10 yards away. All 5 bumpers are at on an orange cone. And what I'm doing is I have her heeled to my side, and I'm sending her from my side directly back. The only command I'm using is back, and I'm pointing to the bumper over the bridge of her nose, sending her directly to the cone. She's never done this before. We're instilling in her that where I tell her there's a reward. So I'm sending her, there's a reward, she brings it back. We use the orange traffic cone because they say that dogs can't see orange, so technically there's just a shape there, it's invisible. And there's 5 bumpers there. It's like I said, it's 10 yards away. I do 5 bumpers. She does very well. We've never done this before. It's a first time. And the command is back. And you'll see I point over the bridge of her nose, send her back. She's very excited to get it. She's very driven. You can see her tail wagging, the pride coming back. So we completed 5 bumpers, no mistakes at all. It went very well. And now you're going to see, even though the cone looks like it's closer, it's actually, we moved from 10 yards to 25 yards with the 5 bumpers. And she is on her way, picks it up. Look at the pride in her coming back, head high. We've never done this before. So she did her first 5 at 10 yards, her second 5 at 25 yards. Once I get the snow away, I can make it a lot further, but that's all I got for room right now. And she drives back. And this, unlike the baseball that we were doing at On Point Kennel, this is called driving to the pile. This is instilling in the dog that when I tell her, and the command is back, when I tell her back, there is a reward there. So she's going to gain confidence in me that I'm sending her to a reward. And you see how happy she is coming back. And we did 5 of these, so we did 10 total. And she actually did very, very well with all 10. There were no errors at all. And at the end, I let her go on the OK command, and I throw that for free, and she can play. And you can see the tail's wagging. And she's only 14 months old. She's obedient trained, but now we're into hunting training, and this is the first step of getting her in September to be hunting, even though we're going this week. And she does have a season under her belt just under obedience. And there we are. That's the end. She did very good, and I'm feeling very confident in her. Thank you.